Shadows chase the past, Gila's scars etched deep within. Damning orders unleashed. Titans turn, chaos reigns.
My leg is stuck. You need to get out of here.
I am not leaving without you.
You have to. The fueling station is unstable.
We need to call in a dropship.
This LZ is not safe. The meter is about to rupture.
Can you fastball us?
Calculating distance and angular velocity. Dropship Hornet 8890. Open your bay doors for boarding of IMC pilots Solis Erethusa and Pyres Hayden. Disengaging data core. Autopilot command received. Closing all doors and engaging jump curve.
You would not believe what this kid tried on her first day.
Oh, please don't. Are you really going to tell this story again?
Yes, I am.
That's something you'll learn about this one, Gila. She will not let you live things down. She still talks about stuff I did 20 years ago.
Okay, then let's assume that I learned my lesson and you don't need to tell the story.
No.
Well, now I have to know. What happened?
Okay, so get this.
Please don't.
So this kid shows up on her first day. And you know how they're all, I've read all the manuals. I basically know everything, that sort of attitude.
Of course.
So she comes up thinking that she's totally prepared and wants to run the gauntlet. And like every newbie, she's convinced she's going to set a new record. Get to the start of the gauntlet, she goes to make her first boosted jump, and her jump kit was inverted, and she just eats it.
Yes. It was hilarious the first 10 times you told that story as well.
Oh, it's still very funny.
I must say, that is certainly one of the better Gauntlet stories that I've heard.
Well, word on the street is yours is a very close second.
Okay, but seeing as you've already heard it, that's one that we do not need to get into. Right, Celise?
Yeah, that one did start to get old after a good 23 years of telling it.
Is that how long it's gonna take for you to stop telling mine?
No. Yours is good for at least 30.
So, Pyrus, do you get lunch with all the new pilots or just the ones that Celise trains?
I do my best to meet her with all new pilots assigned to the Intrepid. Makes the desk job feel less rigid. Plus, an excuse to see an old friend like Celise is always welcome.
Oh, he is really a smooth talker, huh?
Oh, yes. I'm almost certain he talked his way into his rank.
I hear that's how this one got into junior pilot training.
Hey, what can I say? Name someone else that can compete the qualifiers with one arm.
They made you qualify without your arm?
They said it was an unfair advantage to the other humans.
As if not having an arm is any more equal.
Exactly. But hey, I kicked ass out there, and most of those recruits are still riflemen.
Wow, she is feisty. I'll give her that. I will say, out of the young pilots I've met in recent years, you are certainly fun to have around, unlike this old man.
Hey, as I recall it, I'm still younger than you.
Yes, but definitely grumpier.
Can we get the bill, please?
Hey, we should go get a picture together.
No. We don't need to.
Could you please go ahead and snap a photo of us?
Now this, I am pretty sure, is breaking protocol.
Then don't tell anyone.
"183 confirmed dead. We had to continue on task to track Cooper. A dropship is on their way to pick up and restore the Titan's inventory."
I just don't understand why those orders were sent out.
It doesn't matter now. What matters is that we finish the mission so something like this doesn't happen again, alright?
What is happening to you? Does it not bother you that nearly 200 civilians just died without cause?
There are people everywhere, no matter what nation, what community, or planet, who have some decency. But there are a whole hell of a lot more that, whether you choose to see it or not, are an infection to the universe. What happened here? Yeah, it sucks. But where were the men to protect these women and children? They left in pursuit of glorified fantasy of being revolutionaries. That's the illness. We came here in peace, and their fate was left in the hands of an unstable boy. Why? Because these people are misguided by these terrorists like Jack Cooper.
That doesn't change that these people are dead. All I'm saying is it's about time someone started asking questions like how this somehow brings an end to the war.
The people on the fronts here would have been just as quick to do the same to us.
You don't know that. Not about these people.
I lived this. One night, there was this incident. Next to the apartments where we lived was an IMC outpost that was not welcomed. There were those who dared challenge the IMC, amateurs who tried to tamper with the specters guarding that outpost. They wiped out the IMC's protocols, but they had no plan of their own. Once the shooting broke out, it all just burned. An IMC soldier escorted me to my mother. They rushed me toward an evacuating dropship, but those militia bastards just abandoned us. A Spectre, stripped of its directives, opened fire, and that's when it happened. That soldier who was with us, he swore to her. He promised that he'd protect me, no matter what. I've only ever seen the IMC make just and kind decisions for these people.
Do you believe this was justified?
I believe there is only one way to stop it from happening again. Whether or not you agree with the IMC, nothing is black and white. You choose a side, a tribe, a home. I intend on being on the winning side of history.
Get inside. We have a lead on Cooper. It's good to see you again, Solis. You got some intel on Cooper.
Don't you ever override Edith without my permission.
Thanks to the intel you provided, we have a recent confirmed signature on Cooper and his Titan. After he left this colony, he went back to the research facility. Once you took out Briggs, he doubled back this way to another militia outpost. We lost tracking at that post, and just before we picked you up, we got drone surveillance that shows the post is abandoned. We need you two on the ground to track him from that point.
And how do we do that if the post has already been abandoned?
While recovering remnants of the ARC tool, our science teams were able to prototype this time dilation device. It's not as efficient as the older one, so while one person travels, the other needs to be on standby to bring them back. Fortunately, the devices aren't dependent on each other. No matter what happens in the past, as long as you're wearing the device, your partner can bring you back. No matter where you are in space and time, you'll return to the device's location. The respective time data hasn't been calibrated for this area, so further back you travel, the slower the time period will pass. Either one of you want to volunteer?
I'll do it. I have more experience in the field.
But Gila can...
Regenerate if she gets stuck in the past. Yes, I understand the risk.
Seems like the past might be where you belong.
Well, leave it up to the military to make time travel as confusing as possible, huh? Where are we dropping in?
About 2 clicks outside of the outpost. Be careful out there. We are getting leads of a small squad. Maybe 3 or 4 pilots that have been hitting our stabilizer outpost. They can't compromise the harvesting mission.
Are they SORS?
We are uncertain. We only know that they are extremely dangerous. Best evidence we have found is this. Whoever used it is on a team of experts.
We'll stay sharp.
Don't spend more than an hour traveling back. We can't risk disrupting time while we still have a lead on Cooper. No conflicts, only intel.
Let's go, Gila.
Solis, I know that decision wasn't ideal. Orders came down and we aren't in a position to negotiate. We need to consider the lives back home.
At what cost, Hayden? You should have considered that before you added civilian casualties to my record.
Take care of her for me.
Will do, Chief. Doesn't look much like a militia post, does it?
No, this was definitely IMC. Come on, let's check it out.
Looks like someone moved in. Thermals show no other life forms.
We can't just engage something we don't understand.
Element of surprise.
Stellar job, Gila. Your projection was well executed.
That last regen really did it for me. Now my projections have data from my movements. The more I execute, the better they can imitate me.
Well, it still takes a talented pilot to have that level of performance.
I'll cherish the compliment. I know they're rare.
And that's how I'll remember you if I get stuck in the past.
Hey, that's why I can bring you back. So, where do we want to go get started?
I'll be traveling back to when this outpost was still active. Being closest to the briefing facility will be our best bet to find and track Cooper.
Pyrus said he only came after our initial fall, so you should only have to travel back 4 days. Do you know what time difference will be like?
It can't be much. Things might move a little slower, but I wouldn't expect anything drastic. It usually takes weeks for time dilation to really slow things down when it isn't calibrated.
Makes sense. It certainly saves on the infiltration component. It does beg the question, though. Can't you just execute Cooper when you see him?
Too reckless. If I trigger an event and the militia never leaves, you could be in a hairy situation. Not risking it, especially if this thing is not calibrated.
Ah, effect and cause.
Exactly. Well, this seems like an ideal place. Close to the briefing facility, good coverage, easy to hide.
Agreed. Ready to go?
Can you give me a moment to be alone?
Of course. I'll go secure the perimeter.
Bean. I'm sorry. Truly sorry.
Perimeter is secure. We have to start this mission now. Sun will be up in a few hours. Ready, Solis?
I'll see you on the other side, kid.
Jack, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see all of you.
Will you be staying long?
Unfortunately, no. The IMC is moving fast all over Malkaya.
We can take him. Cooper and his Titan can defeat anything.
Our most precious resource is protecting the Pania colony of the North. Pack your bags, men. United, we can defeat the IMC!
Incoming! Contact! Contact!
Strong is the hammer in my hand. How long can you force me to dance? There's a crisis in my heart and in my world. And I saw you smile when I fell into the dirt.
Jack Cooper? That was pretty cool, right?
No.
Yeah. Wait, what?
How does Jack Cooper get an appearance before the bombastic Davis and Droz?
I mean, he's literally the main character in Titanfall 2.
Oh, so what are you saying? We're conveniently going to show up at the end of the final showdown and then only get featured in side content? Oh, no.